Welcome back to my channel. I go by the name Chosen Spiritual. This will be Healing in the Spirit 101, and this is part 7. So we definitely making progress, and on this video I'm talking about we're going to go in straight to peace in the spirit. The Most High showed me a vision. He wants me to elaborate everything that I put down on this board, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. So in order to receive peace in the spirit, you have to walk into the spirit. And sometimes that can be difficult because we go through trauma in our life that causes us setbacks. And so I just wrote up this vision. I put it down, I wrote everything down on the board. I just want you guys to follow me so I can try my best to give you peace. Peace in the spirit is very important. That's the only way that you can receive your blessings from the Most High. So I know we go through trauma in our life. And so I wrote down different traumas that can affect us throughout our lifetime. And these are examples: disasters, rape, war, domestic abuse, terrorism, bullying, medical trauma, road accidents, emotional trauma, molestation, and narcissism abuse. And a lot of these things we will experience in our lifetime. Our job is to overcome it, right? Because any trauma that you go through is a setback, unfortunately. So we have to climb our way back to the top into the spirit, where we can receive our healing, where we can receive peace and also our blessings that's due to us in the heavenly places. So when you go through any of these, when you go through trauma and you go through everything that I just named, this is a low vibrational state that you're in, right? The world is a low vibrational state. Remember, we're in the world, but we're not of the world. So with us being of the world, these things can occur. And sometimes being in the world, they can also occur. It's just life. We go through things and life happens, right? And so that list that I just named will cause us sometimes to have a spiritual awakening, which can be a good thing, but you're going to be challenged. Anytime you have a spiritual awakening, you're going to have spiritual warfare that's going to follow right behind it, because now you're creeping into the spirit. So now the wisdom and the knowledge is starting to creep in your psyche. So you're going to get attacked by the devil. He's going to challenge you every level. Every level, you're going to face a new devil. And that comes with the spiritual awakening. And sometimes trauma can cause us to have a spiritual awakening. The list that I just named will put you at a low vibrant state, because we're in a low vibrational world, right? Anything can attach to us, entities, right? So I drew these stars around this individual right here, and these are entities that's attached to him because he's in a low vibrational state. We're in a low vibrational world. So anytime that your vibration is low is when the devil is activated to harass you, to pretty much terrorize you in a sense. And so after this guy went through trauma, whatever the situation may occur from that list that I just named, those stars around him is something that he has to face. He has to fight those demons that's around him, that's going to keep him in a low vibrant stage, right? See, that's where the adversary needs you to be, so he can constantly attack you. So all those entities that's around him can cause pain, depression, setbacks, anxiety, fear, sleep disorder, no peace, PTSD, alcohol addiction, drug abuse, and suicidal thoughts. It's terrorizing this guy right here, all because of the trauma that he went through from that list, right? And this is something that we all going to experience because we're we're human. We're in the flesh. So us being in the flesh, living of the world, we're going to experience a lot of that, what I just named over there. And a result of us experiencing that, this is the effect that's going to come right behind it. So you have to, you're going to go through pain, you're going to go through depression. In order to us to overcome this, we have to raise our vibration up. And this can be a difficult thing, right? It's so difficult because sometimes we don't get the proper help that we need. We go, and I'm not a medical physician or anything like that. I'm a spiritualist. I understand spiritual things. In order us to receive our proper healing, this individual has to rise his vibration up. Galatians 5:22, fruit of the Spirit. Once this individual vibration rises where he's committed to the walk of being healed through the Heavenly Father, because he's the only one that can heal us, right? He's the only one who has the power. And the reason why he has the power, because he's God, he's our creator, right? So these entities that surround this guy, they can't survive in the spirit. They can only survive in the world. Why? Because the world is a low vibration stage, right? So as this guy gradually goes up into the spirit, one by one, these entities will disappear. So you got one entity that will disappear, which will be pain, right? Pain will, I'll just use this right here. Pain will suddenly disappear. Another entity that this guy's dealing with is depression. Depression will slowly disappear. Why? Because his vibration is rising up. He connected with the Most High. He has a relationship with God that can cause healing, spiritual healing, right? So we'll go through the next one, which is this entity right here. That will slowly disappear, which will be the entity of setback, right? He's committed to the walk, right? Praying for a purpose, praying to get healing, praying to get you out your trauma that you went through, right? You're almost there. So we're going to keep going. So now we're going to get rid of anxiety. That's going to slowly disappear. After that, let's go through fear. Let's get this guy out of here. And these are entities I'm getting rid of, right? The reason why these entities are leaving is because his vibration is rising into the spirit. So we got rid of fear. So now we're going to go through sleep disorder, no peace. We're going to get rid of this guy right here. And we'll just keep marking him out. We almost there. PTSD. Let's get this guy out of here. See, we slowly starting to be healed. His vibration is slowly starting to rise. Okay, now if he had, any alcoholic, addiction, slowly disappear, right? He's seeking help from the Most High, right? So we're going to get that entity out of here. So we're going to steady climb. Our vibration is steady going to keep rising, right? Drug abuse, if he was dealing with any type of abuse as far as drugs, to cope with what he went through from his trauma. We're going to get that guy out of here. So we're going to slowly rise, right? We're rising. He's out of here. And then the last one that he probably was dealing with was suicidal thoughts, right? These entities come in and out. In the book of Matthew, it said that the entity will come to see if you're swept and clean, see if you're healed. And if you're not healed, he's going to bring a spirit or a demon that's 10 times worse than the first one that occurred inside of you. So if that last one that he brings in, that's 7 times more dangerous, could be the spirit of suicide thoughts, right? The devil wants you to take yourself out before you can get the proper healing. We're not going to let that happen. We're going to get this guy out of here. So slowly, these entities will start to disappear. Now, once they disappear, by that time, you're in the spirit. Peace. You're healing in the spirit now. Now, your relationship with the Most High is stronger than ever. Right? You're praying, you're fasting, you're in the spirit. You're not in low vibration no more. You're not of the world. You're in the world, but you in the spirit. So what comes along behind that? Love, peace, joy, happiness, wisdom, knowledge, right? Healing. Healing in the spirit. Peace is what you're going to experience when you walk into the spirit with the Heavenly Father. So this is the video that I want to come through today, is that peace in the spirit. So now this guy overcame everything that he went through from his trauma, whether it was that list that I just gave you. He overcame it. Now he's in the spirit. Now he has spiritual knowledge, right? Now he understands how things works. So if anything else occur, he's in the spirit. He knows how to deal with it. And this is Healing in the Spirit 101. And this is part 7. And this is peace. And we will continue. God bless you.